Assalamualaikum. This is Bilal Kayani. Welcome to the very first tutorial of how to program C. In today's tutorial, we will learn about the basics of C, how to program in C, and how to develop a program in C. Before starting our program or coding our program, we must know about the background of the C. C is a general-purpose procedural imperative computer language which is developed in 1972 by Dennis M. In general, C is most widely used computer language to make the operating system and the other things. In this tutorial, we need to understand C language starting from scratch. This tutorial will give you enough understanding on C programming language for where you can take yourself to the higher audience. Before moving towards our tutorial, we must understand the basics of computer programming terminologies. Here, or and just open a C program for you. You can see this is a program which prints a hello world. Here it is. Let's divide this into three main parts. One, two, and three. The whole program is divided into these three parts. This, and this. This is called header files. These are main function. And this is body of program. Talking about the header files, what are the header files? Header files are basically the libraries which are stored in the compiler to execute the code we are using in our C program. In the program which is below you are seeing it, I have used stdio.h header file. The basic purpose of this header file is to give the input and output functions of C. Now, what are the inputs and output functions of C? In input functions, we include that functions which are used to input some data from the users, and in output functions we include that functions which are used to show some data on output. Next part is the main function. That what is the main function? Basically, the main function, there are various functions in C which do not return any value, or you can say that they return values. In this function I am using int main void, which means the function will return an integer type value. Before you are thinking that what is an integer? Basically in C there are four data types. First, int means integer. Second, float means point values like 1.5, 2.5, 0.5. Third is char, which means characters like A, B, name, etc. And fourth data type is double. It means exponentials and powers like 3, exponential minus 15, so on. These are the data types which are used in C language to take a data from the users. Now let's code our first program and see how this will execute. Here I wrote a program for you. Let's load it again. First of all, you had to enter the header file for which we use include, then as our header name, that is stdio.h. You are thinking that why I am using include and why I am not just writing straight in stdio.h. Well, include just refer and tell the compiler to fetch that header file which is named as stdio.h. It is used to fetch the header file from the libraries. Then we use the main function, which is int void, int main parentheses. To show some data, we use a function which called printf. This is a basic sentence of the printf to show any data on the output screen. Whatever we write here, it will print as it is in our output screen. For example, I am writing here, hello, this is our first lecture. What it will do, well, let's see what our output is coming. But before that, you must know that when we use int main, we must have to return any value, for which we use return 0 and save it. To execute, I'm using a framework of dev C++ which you can get from internet. To execute a file, click on the main menu bar and execute and select compile and run. You can see that our output window popped up, but it's go back. To fix it, we have to use a library file which is called conio.h. Conio.h includes a function which is named like getch, which is used to give our output file until and unless we do not cancel it. Now we again compile it and we can see that this is here is our first output, that this is our first lecture. You can write many things in it, that whatever you want to. Hello, I am coding in C. You can write multiple language lines in it, printf. Save it, execute, compile and run. You can see that there is an error over there which is printf. Why it is giving an error? Basically, the C is language is a case sensitive, and in which it have to check and it have to compile that function which is written correctly. And here I am just doing a PRIN, which is a wrong syntax. I have to use print print to use a correct sentence. Now I am again execute and see that I got all in single line. Hello, I am coding in C. Hello, second line. You are thinking that why it comes in same line, but you are using two different lines here. To separate the line, we use a notation which is /n. /n is used to move the text to the next line. Another notation is /t, which is used to move the text giving one tab. Let's check it. What is this? What slash n do? Again we will save it and compile and run. So CM it is giving this. Here you are thinking that why it is giving an error over there. And why it's not doing, because this slash is not used in C. You have to use this slash to perform a task. Now you can see it comes on this line. Let's give a slash t over here and check either it works or not. Okay, you can see here that it gives a tab equivalent space equivalent to tab. So this is from today's task. Let's move to the next lecture. I hope you are understanding it.